Hey everybody, Sickness here, and I'm at Jake's Flea Market in Barto, Pennsylvania. This is one of my all-time favorite flea markets. I've found some of my greatest finds here. I've walked out of here with some amazing deals. Haven't been here in a while, actually. I try to come here at least like once or twice a month, but the past few months I just haven't gotten around to getting out here. It's not that far of a drive. It's only maybe like 20, 25 minutes away from me, so it's not that far. Like I said, just haven't got out here. Unfortunately, since it is October, towards the end of October, this isn't like prime time like season. Usually during the summers when you really want to come here, but still it is open all the way up until December, and there are people here throughout, that entire time. And looking around right now, I can see that there looks to be a decent amount of tables open, so should be some good stuff. Let's go see what I can find. So the first stand I stopped at here, nothing real great. There was Feast. I want to see that title, but you can get the entire collection, I think at Walmart for 10 bucks, so I passed on that. A lot of mediocre titles, nothing too great in here. Devil, I did want to get that. I was interested in that, especially for only 2 bucks a piece, since all these were 2 bucks, but it was scratched, so passed on that one. I see just a bunch of mediocre titles, nothing all that great in here. Coming up here, I found Power Rangers, Ninja Storm. That I really wanted to get, but again, used as a coaster, it was just scratched to hell. And some more Power Rangers with Dino Thunder, also completely scratched up, not worth it. So pass on that. Just again, a bunch of mediocre titles, and the few titles that were good were scratched. But for 2 bucks a piece, they would have been great deals. So unfortunately, on to the next stand. Here was mostly all just VHS. There was this one DVD pack here, which I didn't really care for. And then there's some great VHS tapes here. You can see there's Money Joe Young and Dinosaurs, a lot of stuff that I already have on DVD or Blu-ray, but what I really was interested in was the cover art, because a lot of these have really cool cover arts. As you can see right here's Mannequin. It looks great, and I would have picked them up for collecting purposes, but they weren't in that good condition. They were, very used. The corners of them were pretty beat up, and they just weren't looking all that great. So for $1 a piece, I ended up passing on them, unfortunately, just because they weren't in that great a condition. Great funny faces there. And I found this little box here. This lady actually wanted to give me the entire box for 5 bucks, which, had there been better titles in there, I probably would have bought, but they were 50 cents each. That's what I talked her down to, so I just ended up picking up a couple titles out of here. As you can see, a lot of just okay, mediocre stuff, but I did get some Godzilla titles here. They actually had a bunch of Godzilla titles. First one, this one I ended up passing on, the Godzilla vs. Sea Monster, because I already have that one on VHS. Then Son of Godzilla, that one I picked up. That one I had to get yet. Godzilla's Revenge, got that one as well. Godzilla vs. Megalon, that one I already have. Passed on that one. And Godzilla Raids Again, that one I needed. That one I picked up also. See, as you can see, not too much interesting stuff in here. Just again, pretty mediocre for the most part. But here we go. This was Troma's War. That I had to pick up as well. That was a pretty good find.
You might actually.
Then on the next stand, I actually found all these great titles here. $2 each or 6 for 10. Great deal. They had a bunch of great MST3K titles, and also, as you can see, they had Season 1 and 2 of Heroes that were basically brand new, unopened, never touched. So I ended up getting Heroes Season 1 Season 2, a bunch of MST3K, and I also got Men at Work, all for a total of $10. That was a great deal. And this guy here, he has a permanent stand here at the flea market. He actually has an entire shed. And he sells video games, as you can see here. And usually has a bunch of DVDs out in these shelves as well, but not today. In here, this store used to be really cool. It used to be completely full of VHS tapes, just wall-to-wall VHS tapes. Basically what you're seeing now, but picture all 4 walls just completely full of VHS. Used to have a lot of good stuff. I used to buy a lot from here. They used to sell for $1 a piece. A lot of obscure stuff you don't come across too often, but as you can see, this is all just mediocre stuff. He's actually liquidating his VHS collection now because he just apparently decided to stop selling VHS tapes. I guess they're not selling as well as they used to. So now he's liquidating, and they just don't really have all that much here. Just this one little wall now, unfortunately. Looked around, really wasn't anything worth picking up. As you can see, just a bunch of Disney titles right here, mostly. And over here, some more cardboard cases, but again, nothing that great, nothing that I was really all that interested in picking up, unfortunately. I just remember back in the day, this used to be the store to go to. I used to spend hours in the store just looking through all the VHS tapes. I always would walk out with a whole bag full of stuff. In fact, a couple of weeks ago, or months ago when I was here, They were actually selling them all for $0.25 piece because they were trying to liquidate them. Now they're back up to $1, but nothing really good in there. This guy here actually had some pretty interesting stuff. A lot of obscure horror titles. All his DVDs were $3 and VHS were 50 cents or $1, by talking down to 50 cents. Thought about getting El Mariachi, but ended up passing on that. I was going to get it for just collecting purposes. I already have it on DVD. You see he had I Spit on Your Grave. That I definitely picked up. $3, that was a pretty good deal. Wanted to see that one. And some more obscure horror here. This I ended up getting, The Unnameable. That looked pretty cool. I ended up picking that up for 50 cents. Also had Demons. That looked cool. Picked that up for 50 cents as well. No idea what that movie was. Also got Rocky Horror and Innocent Blood as well for 50 cents on VHS. So pretty good deal. All in all, I'd say it was definitely a good deal. I talked him down to that. Here, this guy had some mediocre titles, but what was really cool, he had like basically the entire Nightmare on Elm Street series on VHS. But as you can see, they're in pretty bad condition, which is definitely a shame because I only have 3, 4, and 5 on VHS. I really want to get the entire set, but like I already have this one, but they were in really bad condition. They just weren't that great. So for collecting purposes, wasn't going to pick them up. See, there's number 3. I was really hoping his Nightmare 5 would be the unrated version, but unfortunately it wasn't. That I wanted to get, but again, not in the best condition, so I passed on that. These were all $1 a piece too. Not a bad deal. Probably could have talked him down. You can see right here, Nightmare 5. That I really wanted to get if it was the unrated version, but it wasn't. I already have the unrated version on VHS, so passed on that. Again, just didn't really have anything great here, so I ended up not getting anything. This person here, nothing really all that great, but they did have, as you can see right here, Money from Power Rangers. Definitely had to pick that up for $1. It was a really good deal. But besides that, nothing really great. Just some old cartoons that I pretty much already have. There's another Mighty Morphin Power Rangers VHS right there, but that I already have. So I ended up passing up on most of this. There's a bunch of really weird and obscure DVDs here. A lot of these titles I had never even heard of. Very odd that this guy had all these titles in here. Definitely some weird stuff. Maybe it's just the end of like what he was selling. I'm sure he probably had a lot more of these eventually. This is probably just what he had left over, but ended up passing on all these. Didn't get anything out of here. This person here had a ton of Transformers. These were really cool. I didn't get anything, but it was just really neat to see all these. Nothing good here, just mediocre titles, passed up on those. This guy had a nice big box here, VHS taste, but again, nothing really good in there. Ended up passing up on all these, nothing I needed within here. As you can see, just basically mediocre titles, nothing all that great, nothing you don't see everywhere on VHS. Okay. This was really cool, this Little Nemo poster. They wanted $6 for it though, so I passed on it. Some more VHS tapes, nothing really good, just mediocre titles you see everywhere. I didn't end up getting anything in those. A little box of DVDs, but again, passed up on all this stuff. Don't need Project Runway, and everything else was I already had, or just mediocre. Just some more DVDs again. Again, nothing I needed. Just passed on all these. These were actually in pretty good condition, though. There was some good stuff in there. Some stuff that looked like it was barely used, but nothing I needed, so I passed. And this was the last table I stopped at. This was amazing. Look at all these. These are all just classic cartoons in big boxes. These were really cool, but they were all damaged. This I ended up getting Strange Brew. That was in okay condition. I got that. But the rest, I mean, all these Care Bears and G.I. Joe, you might not be able to tell from the video, but they were really damaged. They were all smushed. The corners were all bent. They were pretty badly damaged, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have got them all. This I ended up getting. Glow Friends Quest. Picked that up. Still sealed. Great. That was great. He wanted $1 for each, or the whole box for $5. I talked him down to 50 cents a piece. I would have got the whole box had they been in better condition, but since they were damaged, I passed up on them. But the $2.50, that was a good deal. Well, that was certainly a great trip. I got a ton of stuff. A lot of VHS tapes, a lot of DVDs. I got the first 2 seasons of Heroes for under $2 a piece. That was great. Got a lot of great stuff. Was one lady there selling some newer titles. She had, what I was really looking at was Scream 4 and Bad Teacher. She had both of those brand new, unopened for $8. I talked her down to $6, but I really wanted to get them for $5. I know it's only $1 difference, but once I'm paying $6, I could probably find them on Blu-ray for that price. like maybe in a couple months or maybe even a year. I don't need to have titles right away. I'm not the type of person who needs to go out immediately and pick up the brand new movie that comes out. I'm not like that. I can wait. I can wait like a year or two to watch a movie. So I decided not to get them. But it was a good deal. I can't knock it for that. $6 for brand new movies that came out just in the past like week or two. That's a really good deal, but oh well. But I got a ton of great stuff. I'm very excited. I only spent maybe about $20 total for everything, which is a really good deal. Got 3 bags sitting down here on my floor full of VHS and DVDs. So it was definitely a great day. Not as packed as normal. Usually this place is just completely full. Tons of people, lots of vendors. Every table is used up. A lot of empty tables today. But then again, like I said, it is October, so it's kind of off season usually, between Labor and Memorial Day, or when it's really packed here, when's the best time to come. But still, got some great stuff, so see you next time.